Now, without further ado, we'll go over live to Barcelona. As mentioned, we have the presenters right there in the Cruyff Institute. And first of all, with us is Marielle Koerhuis. Hello, good afternoon, Marielle.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you for joining. And you will introduce us to the Master in Sports Management together with your colleagues. So we'll make it full screen so it's nicely visible, and we'll give you the control so you can introduce us to this program. Thank you, Marielle.
Okay, thank you very much, Luc. Welcome to you all. We'd just like to start with a small introduction on our institution, on the Cruyff Institute. I'd like to explain that actually Johan Cruyff started the Cruyff Institute 15 years ago. And he did so because with the aim to offer athletes the opportunity to combine their professional careers as an athlete with their education. He thinks it's important that an athlete, while he or she is preparing herself in her professional career, is also preparing herself or himself for a productive life once you have finished your career as an athlete. In the meantime, not just athletes are joining our study programs, but also business people in general, but also sports professionals and entrepreneurs who would all actually want to acquire very useful skills and pragmatic knowledge in the business of sports. And also have a good experience while studying online or on campus with us. Because everything actually what we do is 100% oriented. All the materials, all the programs, the faculty, and our staff are 100% sports oriented, very based on action learning. And actually all this work that has been done by the team in those 15 years have given results like, for example, that this online Master in Sports Management is ranked second best in the world by SportBusiness Magazine just a few months ago. So let's have a quick look at some facts and figures of our institution. Here you can see actually how since 1909, when Johan Cruyff started the institute, how we have grown to a completely globalized organization with presence in the Netherlands, in Spain, in Sweden, Peru, and Mexico. More than 6,000 students and alumni have joined the international network. And as you can see, and also since we created our innovative virtual campus, actually all our students are completely multinational and multicultural. We have students now studying with us in all 5 continents. You can see here also that actually in the Netherlands, for obvious reasons, we have a very strong presence with 5 Cruyff colleges offering vocational training programs. We have 3 Cruyff universities where graduate education is offered, so Bachelor in Sports Marketing and Sports Management. And in Amsterdam, we also have the Cruyff Institute where we offer postgraduate and executive education. Actually, now these 6,000 students and alumni that have been joining our classes worldwide come with the programs either in Spanish or in English, depending a little bit on the campuses where you take the program, an online program, all the programs are bilingual, so Spanish and English. So when you join the classes, you will be having in your classroom not just athletes, but also people that are already working within the sports industry, and also entrepreneurs that are willing to also or have the aim to start their own business in sports. And altogether, actually, all our students are aiming for making a positive contribution to the best of sports and sports industry. So let's have a look how this program might fit into the development of your career and how it might help you make the next step in your career. On this curve, this graphic, you can see. Let me just find here. Okay. Okay. Well, on this side, you can see the number of your age or the number of experience you might have on this axis, and on the other one here, you can see The level of education, you might have your prior level of education, and the responsibility or the position you might be now occupying if you're working in the sports in organization, which goes from more management. Perhaps you're now a product manager or a project manager in a sports entity. Perhaps you are a middle manager and already starting to also leading teams. And you might grow also to a senior management position or a leadership position within the sports organization. So the program that we're presenting today, the online Master in Sports Management, is actually positioned here in the middle of the curve. So here you can see the Master in Sports Management. So if you are a professional with some management experience already, and you're aiming to make your next step into perhaps a more leadership role within the sports organization, and you're actually looking for a more generalist program in which through this study program you're eager to acquire useful skills and very pragmatic knowledge on different functional areas such as, for example, strategic management, finance, sports marketing and sponsorship, leadership and innovation, facility and event management, or you would also like to develop your own business plan in the sports industry, then this program might be very appropriate for you. We will now step into a more broader view of the academic possibilities you have, the different programs we have, and I would like to give the floor to my colleague Victor Jordan. Victor is our e-learning director, and so please.
Hello, welcome to everybody. Before answering some questions or concerns, let me 1 second to change the slide. Yeah, and show you a little bit what is our portfolio, what we do, and how we do it. Yeah, as I told you before, I'm sure that you will have during this conversation some questions, concerns, doubts. In a few while, we are going to answer it. The idea right now is just explain you what we do, why our students have appreciated very much what we do, and why we are on the top of some rankings. And after this, it will be a pleasure to speak with you. Marielle has already explained it a little bit what we do, what are our programs. Here, I think in this. In the screen, you will see that we have 3 sport management levels. On the top, you have the masters. We have 4 masters. Right now, 3. The other one, the master in football business, is coming soon. We hope. We don't have a date right now, but we hope really soon. As you will see, or as you see on the right, you have the master in coaching. On the middle, the master in marketing and sponsorship. And I hope, or I'm sure, you are really interested in the master in sports management. Here you have the 2nd level. Depending on the time you want to invest, perhaps it's a good option if you don't want to invest 1 whole year studying directly a master. One possibility that we offer to you is study postgraduate. So you can start doing, for instance, a postgraduate diploma in sports management. Once you finish, you can jump to the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing. And after doing these 2 modules that we offer, that they are three modules where you will develop some skills, and you will be experts in sponsorship, tactics, fundraising. So you will have, doing at the end, a final project. You will get the master in sports management. This is a little bit this big picture where we have 3 levels of expertise, and after these 3 areas, the sports management area, the sports marketing area, and after the master in coaching. I don't tell you much about this football business area, because I'm sure if you want more information, we can talk about it. More things. Really important to understand that we offer you the option to study different modules. Yeah, for instance, as Marielle told you before, these are the 6 modules that you will do if you want to get the Master in Sports Management, and also if you want to get the Master in Sports Sponsorship. Yeah. What is the only difference? If you want to get the Master in Sports Marketing and Sponsorship, once you finish the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing, you will have to do a second postgraduate. What happens with those students that want to get at the end of a couple of years? We recommend both masters. What we recommend is first start with the postgraduate diploma in sports management. You can continue with the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing. So here the ideal thing is do the expertise modules, these two courses that we offer. You finish the final project, and then once you get the Master in Sports Management, you do this third postgraduate, and at the end you will get the second master, the Master in Sports Marketing and Sponsorship. This is a little bit this big picture about what we do regarding our portfolio. But one thing that I think it's really important to point out is how we do it, because I think it's really important, and this is why, in my opinion, students as Lucas Dorda, that I would like to introduce you, is a former student, right now is interested in continue studying with us. Welcome, Lucas. I would like to present you, Lucas. I think Lucas, who has studied with us, can give you the student point of view. I'm sure you will really appreciate to listen to his experience, feelings, etc. Lucas,
hello.
Can you summarize what it means to study in the sports management master in the Cruyff Institute?
Hello, Victor, and thank you very much for the introduction. Well, as I was thinking about it before, for me the most important thing was that I am a sport passionate person. I always wanted to work in sports, and unfortunately because of the injury I was unable to continue with my sports career on the pitch. That was the reason why I decided that if I cannot be a pro athlete, so I would like to work in a sport. Because of that, I was searching for some courses, for some masters, and when I found the Johan Cruyff Institute, of course I was definitely interested. But as I have chosen to study the online program, in the beginning I was a little bit scared, I was scared that what I will get, and finally I was really surprised, because it was not only that I was receiving a lot of PDFs. What I really received was a constant and permanent support from all the Johan Cruyff Institute members, and especially from the tutor. So to summarize it with a one sentence, it's like after I studied the sports management at the Johan Cruyff Institute, what I received was not what was the overall skill set in sports management and even marketing that prepared me for the future challenges within the sport industry.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. As I was telling you before, this is the methodology we use in all our programs. It doesn't matter if this program is on campus. You remember that the Master in Sport Management can be studied in Amsterdam or Barcelona, or if you want to do it blended, only in Barcelona or online, in all around the world. Yeah, in all the cases, the curriculum is the same. That includes 6 modules, 2 courses, as I mentioned it before, and the final project. And the methodology is the same too. Yeah, what I was telling before is that our study programs has been designed for active professionals from the sports industry, and also from professors from the academic world. Yeah, but the most important, they have been designed from the student perspective. That means that the student, as you see in this picture, is in the middle of the learning process. Content and resources for us are important, but as Lucas was explaining to you, we believe that communication, technology, significant activities, and feedback are perhaps more important than the contents or resources. Yeah. The other thing that I would like to explain to you is that we try to build teams. We come from Johan's methodology oriented to the football, and we try to build teams where people is from different countries with different backgrounds, all sport lovers. Some are former athletes, other people is working on the industry, as for instance Lucas, and of course there are some people who want to reorient their career and start working in the sports industry. First of all, this is one of our reasons to build different teams, and you know, you can study with only 10 students in a group, and perhaps we are more groups, but don't worry, you are going to meet each other in some events that we are going to prepare, both online or offline. And what we try to do is also do networking meetings, because we think right now it's really important to meet each other and to find good contacts, to find to create a networking, because it's as much important as develop skills. One thing that I would like to tell you is what is the role of the professors. For us, a professor is like a coach or a mentor. They try to develop all your skills, not only explain or only tell you information. For instance, Lucas, can you explain, perhaps some students are interested in how do you, what is your relationship with the professor?
Well, for me, the most important was that the tutors were trying all the time to get the best out of me. So I mean that it was not only about a little bit to motivate you or to give you all the resources that you need, but the most important was that they were trying to motivate me and to really try to support me to do my best and to improve myself within the ambient of sport. So it's like it was really important for me, because this is one thing that I really appreciate in the institute and in the tutors, because I was able to seek their support and their help, and on the other hand, they were trying to push me harder to do my best. So that was one of the most important things.
Yeah, as I told you before, they act as coaches or mentors. They help students to develop skills and not only give them theoretical contents. What we try to do is, of course, provide you with the best contents and resources, but create real tasks. And you know, our expert professors are working in real clubs, real federations, real agencies as a consultants, so they can provide assignments that can transfer not only theoretical contents, also what is happening in the pitch of the sports management. Another idea that I want to explain to you is our learning by doing methodology. As Lucas can tell you, all our modules are divided in fortnight phases, so that means that every 15 days you have to submit assignments, and during, I think, in 7 days more or less, you will receive feedback from professors, and you get an interview with them about 20-30 minutes. Lucas,
yeah.
Do you have? Can you explain us your experience about this personal relationship?
The most important was that, as you have mentioned, all the assignments were dedicated to the industry of sport. So that's the first thing and the most important thing. Definitely, they were completely different. So it's like, even though you are coming from the world of football or from the world of basketball or whatever, you will find something that you will definitely identify yourself. So that was one thing that was really interesting. The other part was that all of the case studies were designed, and they were like, at least they were trying to be updated. So it's like not something that is really old. It's trying to be like it's trying to be updated, and it's trying to be in the day that you need to use. So for example, you will not find some things that were quite old. All the studying materials were more or less new, and related with the things that are happening right now.
Last but not least, one really important thing I was before explaining to you that for us networking was really important, and one of the things we do is group tasks. For us, as I told you before, you are like a team. Students are teams. You know, right now in our digital society, we work more than ever in groups with other people. So teamwork is really important, and that means that you are constantly communicating with others, doing debates, working in small groups, using study cases, method analysis. Lucas, can you explain us how was your relationship with other students? And okay, everything diet in that when the course finishes?
Well, the most important thing was that I was really lucky because I had a wonderful group of people that we were working together. I was able to meet with people from all around the world. That was one of the most important things, because it's not only, as you have mentioned before, the way of doing networking, but you were able to meet people from different parts of the world that are having like different kind of experience within the world of sport in different kind of regions. So that was one thing. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed this experience because I was able not only to learn something new, but I was able to get different viewpoints from all around the world. So this is one of the most important things, and definitely the people were really helpful, and as I mentioned before, we were a wonderful group and we were trying to support each other, and I think it worked pretty good.
Okay, thank you, Lucas, again.
Thank you.
To continue, and before start speaking with you, explain you or just remind you what are the next start dates. As I previously mentioned, our master programs, the Sports Management Online and also on campus. Remember that you can study it on Amsterdam or Barcelona, as well as the Master in Sports Marketing and Sponsorship. All these 4 programs start, the kickoff is on September 14th. Regarding our postgraduate diplomas in sports management, marketing, sponsorship, or football business, starts on, no, sorry, I have made a mistake. The postgraduate diplomas start as well also in September 14th. Was a mistake here. The screen is a little bit, I would like to move. The postgraduate diploma on football business starts on October 19th, and specialized courses starts on September 21st. That means the sports management fundamentals, like a general program to understand what happens in the sports management world, and also the football business fundamentals. That is like the first step if you want to continue your career in the postgraduate diploma in football business. Remember, these 2 fundamental programs start on September 21st. And this is a little bit, Marielle, what we want to tell you, to explain you. I think right now it would be, we are ready to answer all the questions. Perhaps here on the screen, while you are asking us, you can see some testimonials. We highly recommend you to visit our website. I'm sure some of you have already done it. But for instance, in our classes, you can find people as Edwin van der Sar, you know, former Manchester and Ajax goalkeeper, right now marketing director of Ajax, Avis Tenorio, or Carolina, Greta, etc. We have had, as Mariel mentioned, thousands of students.
Yeah, and perhaps I can add also to that actually this blend of students, of different profiles of students, where you can have assets in the same class joining with you as a business person, for example, or as an entrepreneur, where you aim to start your own business in the sports industry. Actually, students find it very enriching. And this is also one of the reasons why we wanted to focus this webinar on the experience of students like, for example, Lucas, because actually the people that have joined a study program with the Cruyff Institute are the best ambassadors, and they can explain, are the best ones that can explain actually what the program is about, what the team is about, the support that we as staff and as faculty members and tutors give you and guide you along the line of your learning experience. And it's also fun. That's emotion also comes in here. In the classes you find people that are all passionate about sports, that are all aiming to make a future and develop a future in for the best of sport. So that's perhaps to wrap up a little bit, and perhaps Luke, our moderator, can take now the lead, because we're happy to answer all the questions that might have come up to you.
Perfect. Yes, indeed, we already are receiving some questions. So I will read them out so everybody can hear them. We'll go to this screen right now. So now it's a bit easier maybe for everybody because you can find the Q&A panel on the right. So at the right bottom, I know some of you already found it as we already received some questions. Okay, so let's see. We had a question from Sinead asking, do I understand correctly that this master does not include facilities management?
Yeah, it includes.
Oh no, sorry then. No, it does include facility management. Perhaps we can go back to the slide where you can see the different modules of the program. So you'll start out with strategic management. You will have financial management. There is sports marketing and sponsorship. And then there's a complete module combined with facility management and event management. And there's also a module on leadership and innovation. And then you finish up with the business plan. So it does have actually an important part in the curriculum of the program, as you can see on this slide.
Yeah, all the people who want to get a master have to complete these two postgraduates. The postgraduate in sport management, so you get the first diploma, and the second one that is the diploma in sports marketing. The postgraduate diploma in sport management is built with these modules: strategic management, innovation and leadership, sport marketing, and here you have a division in the financial management, because to get this postgraduate diploma, you have to do one course. Yeah. So to get the master, you have to jump to the second postgraduate, so you get a second diploma, and this diploma is composed by a second part of financial management, second course, sorry, the facilities management module, and the event management module. So you get two diplomas. To get the master, however, you have to do two elective modules and the final project. This final project could be a research project or a business plan if you want to if you want to create a new business or a new startup.
Okay, great. Thank you for that explanation, Victor. I hope that explained it a bit better for Sinead. Isabel had a question. Is the postgraduate program in sports management online or on campus, and how many months are each?
Yeah, both. You can follow the postgraduate diploma in sports management on campus or online. Can be done on campus in Barcelona, yeah, and online, of course, in the 3 tracks we offer. First one in September, second in February, and the third in June.
Perhaps it's also good to explain that here you see the overview of the academic portfolio, where actually all the programs that we have developed and we offer are exposed. It means that not all of them are completely online and on campus offered. For example, this postgraduate in sports management, you can offer it just in Barcelona in Spain, in Spanish, for example. As either also the postgraduate in sports marketing is offered in Spanish on campus. But all the portfolio and everything you can study in English online. And then you will have to see, okay, perhaps you're considering, I'd like to go to Barcelona and take a program there, or I'd like to go to Amsterdam and take a program there. Then I think it's important that you know that in Amsterdam, all the programs are offered in English, and in Barcelona, all the programs are offered in Spanish. So that's a choice that you will have to make.
Okay, yeah, for instance, one student can decide to come to Barcelona to study one postgraduate diploma, and after I again fly back to home and study the second postgraduate online. and of course to get the master online.
Great, thank you. I hope that it was useful for Isabel. Sinead was asking, can you give some more examples of the teachers?
The teachers, about the role or who they are? Yeah, about the role, what I mentioned before, I think it's the best that I can do it. Perhaps he wants to know who are the teachers in our website, both from Amsterdam Master or Barcelona Master. You will find there all the staff, all the teachers that are the responsibles of any module, as well as all the other professionals that are coming to our facilities, and that professionals are explaining their experiences. Or the other option is that our students go to that facilities to receive their some workshops. And for instance, in Barcelona, you will see, if you want, if you want, I can share you the screen and show you what are the right now I cannot share my browser, but
okay,
if you go to the
go
web,
ahead.
yeah, I can do it. And go there. Yeah, you will see in Spanish, of course. You will see that there are people that is working on the industry, as for instance Raúl Ciprés, who is on board of Club Juventud Badalona. That is one of the most important clubs in basketball league. They have won the EuroLeague, for instance, some years ago. Yeah, you will see here the academic programs. Barcelona. Yeah, you are sports management on campus and faculty. Here, you are all the people that is participating in this program. Yeah, Margot Nardik, for instance, is CEO of Neofit and is the executive director of Manresa Basketball. David Hidalgo is managing one of the biggest ski resources in facilities in Andorra, the most important one. Oscar Garcia, Agustín Rivière. As you see, a lot of people involved, a lot of professionals involved, all of them with relation both with the research or with the sport industry. You can do the same if you go to the program in Amsterdam. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Good. We received some more questions. I will go over to those. Let me see. Hassam had a question. I think it's already answered, but is it only online or courses or online master? So I think you answered that.
Yeah.
If it's online, indeed, so it can be studied both online and on campus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sinead was asking, what type of events are done online?
What? Sorry?
What type of events are done online?
Events. Yeah, the online students. Okay, during their studies, they do events. Okay, if I understand well, they are doing events with all the participants in their team. So they are, for instance, doing webinars, as this one we are doing right now, with their teammates as well with the professors, and also offline. They are invited to all the events that are in Barcelona or in Amsterdam. We are.
Yeah, perhaps an example which makes it always very tangible, perhaps. If you're studying this online Master in Sports Management, within 12 months, if you have accomplished all the objectives, you will be receiving your diploma. And that will be done during a graduation ceremony, for example, which we celebrate here in Barcelona. And that's really a celebration where our students, both from the on-campus here in Barcelona students, as well the online students that do the program online, are invited. And normally we combine it also with some academic content and keynote speakers. And that mostly is like a big celebration where also alumni can come together. That's an example, for example, of for a face-to-face event. And more virtual events, as Victor explained, are integrated into the program. So this is part actually of the methodology, which is completely interactive and action based on action learning through the virtual campus.
Great, thank you. Hossam,
for instance,
do you offer any scholarships? Sorry.
No, I was telling that Lucas can explain to Nate some of the events he has participated actively.
That was the thing that I wanted to do, but I just didn't want to jump in. But the idea was definitely that as I was doing the online course, I had the possibility, because before I was not living and working in Barcelona, I was living in other cities. And there were several events that I really liked, that I was really happy that I joined, because I was able to see some top sport facilities. I was able to meet with some great people, and of course know my other colleagues or even know people from the institute. Other part that is really, really important, and that was that were the online sessions that we were doing during the studies with my group, because the group sessions, sometimes with the tutor, sometimes only with my colleagues, were really, really, really helpful. I mean, if you are working together on some projects and you are communicating together, it's definitely helpful for all parts involved.
Great, thanks a lot, Lucas, for that addition. Good. Yeah, so there was a question from another question from Hossam asking, do you offer any scholarships as well?
Okay, we have actually some association alliances with the strategic partners. We do have a scholarship program assigned for example, the on-campus programs, very actively in Amsterdam. Also here in Barcelona, where mainly for the athletes that are still competing or are finishing up their professional careers as professional athletes, normally have great possibilities to get into the scholarship program. For the online program at this time, we do not have available new scholarships. What we do is always consider individual cases. Also give some facilities for payments, for example, and if you're interested and you might see that the tuition fee is a little difficult to make the investment, we will have to see the individual cases one by one.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope that gave a good answer for Hossam, and you can get in contact. Let's see, a question from Emma was already answered, as she also said, so that's fine. Mario had a question. Online, do you also have the marketing and sponsorship or only the sport management one?
Yeah, all the programs that you see here in this portfolio, except the Master in Coaching, that is only on campus in Amsterdam. The rest of the programs can be studied online. So the postgraduate that he mentioned can be done online. September 14th is the date where you can enroll the next intake. You can enroll these three postgraduates, sorry. The other one starts in October, postgraduate in football.
Okay, great, thank you. Mario also asks, can we get the curricula of these courses by email or is it online?
The curriculum?
Okay, yeah, I understand that Mario wants further information about the curriculum of the postgraduate program in sports marketing online. You can download the brochure from our website, but we will certainly do a follow-up, Mario. If you're interested specifically in what the content is of this program, then our Department of Admissions will make a follow-up per email to you, so you can be attended personalized in your specific questions about content of this program. No problem.
Okay, maybe in that point I can point out that so at the end of this session we'll actually have a brief polling asking you some feedback on this session, and also there's the ability to provide a comment. So if you want a brochure or a personalized email, as Marielle was just pointing out, just note it down, and then the Institute will receive that and they can contact you.
Yeah, of course. And we offer ourselves to explain whatever you need, Mario. Okay, the rest of the attendance. Whatever you need, we can provide it.
Great. Thank you. Let's see, Lucy, you were starting to write a question. Let me see. Because you said hello from Costa Rica, you were concerned about the sports you'll be focusing on. I practice sports that are not so traditional. Would love to be able to keep doing this for many years. So I think your question is if that's possible, I guess, and if you can do that, yeah, throughout the program.
So I understand that she is an active athlete at this very moment, right?
She managed now. She's active in boxing, jiu-jitsu, and MMA.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the biggest benefits of studying online is that it gives you a lot of flexibility of combining your professional commitments, either as an athlete or as a professional that's working within the sports industry, and combine this professional commitment with your studies. Because you can somehow determine your own rhythm, your study rhythm. It gives you flexibility as for example, having to do your exercises or determine your own rhythm. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, Victor, but determine your own study rhythm. So sometimes one of the disadvantages of doing an on-campus program is that you have to have physical presence to be there in class. And for athletes, as you probably are, sometimes it's difficult to combine both things. And this dual career and dual physical presence that is needed for either studying or competing or training, actually, one of the great benefits you might have as an athlete is doing an online program or a blended program. Yeah. So you can combine both.
Yeah, for instance, right now we have one of the girls who got a medal in the last Olympics. She's practicing ski, so she 5-6 months during the year. She's not there, and she just can study a couple of hours a week. So we try to tailor-make individual programs. Perhaps it's not possible with everybody, but of course we are oriented to athletes, and we have a lot of experience from our virtual classrooms. We have had football players, skiers, golf players, athletes, hockey players. So it's not a new. We are oriented to sports people. So this is why we have a personal tutor. There is a fluent communication. We know whatever. If they have win or lose at the weekend, if they have a competition in a couple of months, and we try to help them to keep on studying.
Okay, thank you. Harsh has a question. What are the kind of work and job opportunities that one can expect following the Master in Sports Management or also the Master in Football Business?
For instance, I think Lucas can give you a good answer.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, because for me as a foreigner it was quite difficult at the beginning to find a job within the sports in Barcelona, but I'm just the successful case that after the studies with the Johan Cruyff Institute, I was able to find, actually I had different job opportunities, all sports related, and finally I just found the job that I'm having right now, that I'm working in one small sports agency where I'm responsible for the sports marketing department. So definitely, if you will have definitely plenty of opportunities, because the studies will prepare you for the most important part and the most important things within the sports industry. And I'm really happy to did this course, because it helped me a lot.
Great, thanks a lot, Lucas. That's good to hear. So it's a good example of what is possible.
I highly recommend that. It was I'm not sure what was the name, but check on LinkedIn. You will find there. I think it's really interesting to search how many people study with us and what are they doing right now. I think it's better than, because Marielle and we are going to be a little bit objective, but I think it would be a great idea. Lucas, I think, has explained how it works, and Lucas didn't come from the sports world, and right now he's working on it.
Perhaps I can add something also to that. That also from the view of the recruiters, so from the businesses, or from federations, associations, sports clubs, communities, public administration, it's also important to take into account that they consider where candidates have been doing their studies. And in this case, the Cruyff Institute, and also because of the brand, but also because of we're recognized as giving a different preparation and different education to our students, is also to take into consideration. We have quite considerable network, so it means that we, on a regular basis, job opportunities for our students. What we do at this very point is make aware of our students that they might be available to get into selection procedures. So that's more a little bit more the institutional or formal explanation. But of course, it's important that you really prepare yourself with useful skills and good knowledge to be prepared for this next step. As from the Cruyff Institute, we will facilitate in any possible way we can this networking to prepare you for that next step.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, question from Harsh. I believe the payment can be done in installments. Can you give us more details regarding the payments?
Yes. Well, actually, admissions can give you more details about that. But actually, when you'd like to sign in for this program, and let's focus a little bit on the online Master in Sports Management, because there are different tuition fees for the different programs and different starting dates. But for example, the online version of the Master in Sports Management, which we are presenting today, has an admission process that you can online do your registration. Your inscription and your inquiry will be examined and assessed by the academic committee. Then when you are admitted to the program, there's a first payment of €1,500 to register to the program, enrollment fee. And then there are possibilities to make a payment in until 6 months after having started the program. So you do a first enrollment fee, and then there is the possibility you either can pay the complete tuition fee in once with a small discount, 3% discount, but you can also do this up to 6 months after having started the program, so until March 2016.
Okay, thank you. Roger has a question. What requirements do you need to study the Masters? He explains for himself. He has a trade and marketing vocational training course, and he's studying a marketing degree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, actually, one of the admissions requirements would be that either you have prior graduate education. If that's not the case, it might also be that you are an athlete, so that you are now actively competing or training, or that you're a former athlete, and that we consider that you have a profile which is very appropriate to go into the master program. Or either you might not have a graduate prior education, which is your case, I guess, but you do have at least 3 years of experience within the sports industry. So that are the 3 admissions requirements that at least one of them you should accomplish.
Otherwise, you can also study other kind of programs that are not masters. Yeah. As for instance, you can see here, you can go to the courses or fundamentals instead of you can study a postgraduate diploma.
Okay, great, thank you. Freddie is wondering, I'm still hesitating between the Master in Sports Management and the Master in Sports Marketing and Sponsorship. what is really the key differentiator between the two, apart what you already mentioned in your diagram?
Yeah, the big difference is first of all in the contents and in the modules. If you study the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing and sponsorship, you are not doing these two modules. You are not studying strategic management and innovation, leadership, human resources. You are only doing one course of financial management, and of course you are doing the sponsorship package composed by strategy in sponsorships, tactics, fundraising. This is the main difference regarding the contents and the modules, and of course regarding the job opportunities. Perhaps as we mentioned it before, Mariel mentioned it. The people who got the master in sports management is really oriented in manage clubs, federations, in the role of the people who is taking decisions in the whole business, and perhaps people who is more specialized in sponsorship and marketing are taking the role of heads of marketing departments, marketing areas, or sponsorship departments. Perhaps it's a more specific specialized learning.
Okay, great. Thank you, Victor. Emma had a question. Do we need to do some internships in companies? I'm highly interested in this. And if so, do you lead this process, or do we need to find a company ourselves?
Okay, it's not mandatory still. We are considering to take it and pick it up in the curriculum of the program as an obligation. If you start out this year, you have the possibility to do that if you have a strong interest to do so. On the online program, so in this specific programs, the initiatives will be taken by yourself. So you will yourself be offering us the possibility to have an internship. We have different agreements with entities to make this work. So we have through our internship program the possibility to formalize the agreement. But the initiative, in any case, if we're studying online with us, is done by the student, him or herself. And it's voluntary, so it's your choice if you'd like to do that. If you are doing the program, the master program here in Barcelona, or you're going to do it in Amsterdam, there will be a more proactive management from our side, because we have a local network also, both in Amsterdam as in Barcelona. So here we can also, normally we have some seats and some possibilities to give you an internship in the sports entities that are within our local network.
I would like to add that, for instance, we have an agreement with Global Sport Jobs, who is perhaps the biggest provider of interns in all around the world. And for instance, Lucas got an intern in Reebok, or right now I'm thinking some online students that this year we have had them to get interns in companies. But as Mariel mentioned, it's like your choice. We can help you with recommendation letters, and sometimes we have agreements with some federations or some businesses, so we can help you, but it's not our business. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Question from Adil. Can you please state when the date of the Master in Football business is expected?
Good question. Yeah, it's coming soon, but we are working on it. You know that means we have a cycle that we have to accomplish. We have done we are doing a market research. We are, yeah, it's. I don't want to tell you. We don't want to. We are not prepared to perhaps give a date.
You can take it. You can take it on campus in Spanish in Peru and in Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico.
I don't know if you have this possibility to do so. I understand that if you are connected to this webinar, you're interested to do it online. We have not a certain date. We are working, as Victor, we're working on that. And most probably next academic course, 16-17, we will be in a position to offer it.
Yeah, and for instance, one recommendation, start doing perhaps the postgraduate diploma. I'm sure that you can, we can make some validation at the end of the, if you want to at least study at the master, I'm sure you can take profit of the modules that you had done if you enroll the postgraduate diploma in football business.
Okay, thank you. Freddie is asking, is it possible to do a blended program in Amsterdam? For example, join the on-campus courses for the sports marketing and do the postgraduate sponsorship online, for instance.
Oh, well, we would consider each individual case. Actually, until now, we haven't had this cross activity between an English online learning and the on-campus program in Amsterdam. And this is for a very important reason, and that's the following one. The Master in Sports Management in Amsterdam program is a very particular program where, through methodology, we work very much on the development of the person who is following the study program. Also, the group dynamics of the class of the Master in Sports Management program in Amsterdam is a very unique one, where tutors guide you through the learning process, and where also group dynamics and the whole experience of the students individually, but also as a group, is very appreciated by the student, and it's also a very important specific key success factor of this program in Amsterdam. So when through methodology we decide to position and offer a study program, we also take into account what are the needs of the students and the specific needs of and specific benefits that the student is looking for through the study program. Sometimes when you do a part of a master program online and then the other one you jump in the class, well, it depends on the group dynamics that is already created in September in this group, if this would be positive for the rest of your classmates. This is something that we are studying, we are analyzing, and until now we haven't found it really very positive, neither for the individual student nor for the group. So if you consider, for example, to really go through a program where you also have a personal development throughout the program in Amsterdam in Spanish, then I would advise you to take the master in Amsterdam. And if you consider, well, I cannot combine it because I have perhaps a difficult athletic schedule or professional schedule, then you might consider starting off some modules online, and then you consider in the future to take next course, because there are different tracks. The online campus normally the programs start in the beginning of the academic year, so in the month of September. But the online programs, you can start them at 3 times over one course. So we have now starting dates in September, thank you, another one in February and in June. So you might think and consider it. It all depends on what you're looking for through the student study program, if you start online or if you go for an on-site master program, such as the case in Uzbekistan. In your case, to do it in Amsterdam in English.
Okay, thank you. Hubert had a question, and he's from Wrocław in Poland, and already had a degree as a master at the University of Sports there. He asks, I'm interested in only the online courses. Do I receive any confirmation or certificate that I took part in those courses?
Certification. Okay, I'll take this one. Yeah, okay. Well, in all the courses, all the people that do the courses, so the small courses, you can see them here on the bottom of the page. you will receive a certificate of participation. As for the postgraduate and the master programs, you receive the diploma in postgraduate degree in sports marketing or sports management, depending on the program. And if you do the master program, you will receive the diploma of the master in sports management program. These are privately acknowledged titles, and I think that's also important to remark. We are an institution that is certified by the ISF from the United States, Washington, as an official provider of continuing education programs. The local accreditation by universities or local ministries, actually we're in the process of obtaining this one. But if you finish off this online Master in Sports Management program, you will receive our title of Master in Sports Management through the Johan Cruyff Institute.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me see, there was another question. Laura was wondering, where can we find information about the cost and the times of the programs?
Sorry, the cost and
the times.
The times?
Yeah. Yes, as Mario told you, here you have the next intake, and on the web you will find all the dates and the costs. Yeah, you're there. We have your memory, not really good, but I think that the fundamentals are 420 euros. The sport management online is 7,500. The on-campus, I think it's more or less 10,000.
Around 10,000.
Around 10,000, and the postgraduates are about 4,500 euros.
I think the best thing to do in this case is that you go to the website and register and get an inquiry, because then all the information goes direct to our admissions department, and they will inform you case by case, program for program, because every program has its different dates and criteria.
Okay. I'd also like to mention, after this webinar, you will be directed to the website directly, so you can already then inquire it. And this might be answering also Sinead's question, being, is the fee different for online or on campus?
Yes, the price is different. Cheaper on online, a little bit more expensive on campus.
Okay. Let me see. We have another question. Simon was asking, can the final project be done as an internship, or does it have to be a business plan?
And the final project must be done, and there are two possibilities. The first one is a business plan, if you have an interest, a real interest on creating your own business, or you can do a research. Interns, as we have explained it, can be done, and perhaps in the future we are studying we are studying right now if the interns can get some credit, but right now it's not possible. Right now it's like optional, and of course I think it's a great idea to do it, but not in the curriculum.
Thank you. Mario had a question. Is there any way that you, during the program, help the students develop their network within the sports industry and possible employers? And if yes, how?
Yeah, actually, through the program, you will get into contact to faculty members. And as we explained earlier, faculty members are a blend of professionals that are working within the sports industry already. They might either have their own companies or their own businesses. Normally also they look for interns, so that's a way to do it. And of course also through the events that we organize, and also our staff and the Cruyff Institute and such has a network. You do exercises, you do case studies, you get into contact with faculty members, with practitioners, with entrepreneurs, with business people. So actually it's a way to broaden your network in the sports industry if you're already working within the sports world, or to start one if you are perhaps a little bit younger with a little bit less experience. But that's the way to do this.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, we're getting down to the last questions. And we have a question we received from Greg. Is this course good for people wishing to change their career and move into the sports industry? And also, what prior skills and knowledge would you like the students to have?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, yes. Skills, first of all, I think passion. We need passionate people to manage a sport. And of course, another skill, if you study it online, is a little bit of time and organization. I always tell to the students that what we are studying, we should, from the first day, to start doing it ourselves. So when we are studying leadership, try to act as a leader. When we are studying how to manage time, start managing our own time. It's difficult to be a good manager in the future if we cannot manage ourselves.
Perhaps we can also add to this a little bit what we saw at the beginning of this webinar, that it depends a little bit on what stage you are right now in your career development. If you are now in a position where you would like to aim for the next step, so acquire a little bit more of responsibility, or for example, broaden a little bit of your view on management, so that you also get to know to learn about things in finance and marketing, facility event management, learn how to deal with people and how to lead a team, then this might be a good step now, because you will prepare and get and finish off your program having the skills like, for example, personal skills, managerial skills, and very pragmatic knowledge also. You should know about what's going on in the environment in sports worldwide, what consequences have that funds might be being reduced. So it also gives you very pragmatic knowledge on the consequences of what's happening in the sports world. So well, that's what you will have, each one of you that have been attending the seminar, consider and take into account, well, okay, what will be my next move within my career, where I would like to end up being working, or where I would like to build my business in, and then decide.
Good, great. Thank you very much, Marielle, for the addition. And I think so far the last question. So Harsh is asking, is there a possibility to work part-time while doing the master on campus? And he specifies it in Amsterdam, and also if the visa supports it. And in that case, does the Johan Cruyff Institute help with the visa?
The first part I understood well. I think I understand the question was that if you work part-time, you can combine the master on campus in Amsterdam. I would say that would actually be the ideal combination, because you're actively working now, so you can apply everything you learned during the master on the job, which is actually the ideal situation. Please check also the time schedule, because so that you can also combine when you have to be on class, but it will not be every day full time. So it's really a possibility where you can combine it, be in class and working at the same time. And the second part of the question I didn't get through quite well.
Excuses. The question was if the visa supported the part-time work, and if the Johan Cruyff Institute helps with that, with the visa.
With finding a job?
With the visa.
Oh, with the visa. Sorry. Sorry. Well, we can inform where you can, when you have to facilitate and all the documents you need to be able to study and stay in the Netherlands. But the whole administration or the whole management of getting the visa is the responsibility of the student. And we can help you find out, for example, you should address to this office, foreign office. We can help you with preparing a letter, a recommendation letter that you might need to get your visa. Those are documents that from the Institute we can offer you. We'll be happy to prepare that for you. But the whole process is your responsibility as a student.
We have a lot of students that are studying in Amsterdam as well in Barcelona, that are coming from all around the world. So
Great.
this is for us daily routine.
Those were the questions we actually received. There might be a couple more that had some personal questions. We will send all these through to the Johan Cruyff Institute, so you will get an answer. And yeah, with that, actually, the last thing we'd like to ask the people online, we do have a brief polling, which is opening right now, to get some feedback from you. If you find the session useful, if you're considering to apply for the program, and also any comments you have on the session itself or any personal situations, you can put them in the box in the third where it says comments. Do not forget to hit send on the bottom, so we will get your answers. And whilst you are filling out the polling, we're already receiving some answers. Thank you. We are, I think we can round off slowly the webinar. Here's still the email for more information, but Marielle, maybe you would, or Victor, you would like to round off the session with some last notes to the audience.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, of course, on behalf of the whole Cruyff Institute and the speakers that we were here with you today, thank you a lot for being with us, for your interest in this program and in the Cruyff Institute. We're just looking forward to, if you consider that this might be a good move now in your career, and you're passionate about sports, you want to learn more about sports, get better introduced, better prepared, and you finally would like to make a positive contribution together with faculty and staff and your classmates to the best of sports and sport business, then please, we'll be happy to welcome you here in our future program. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Lucas, as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.